so I'm not at work when I'm supposed to be. This is the third week in a row. Fourth week. I'm sorry. I don't even remember the last time I made money. When I say that I'm so fucking broke that I don't even have the things that I need, much less want, and I'm so fucking over these fucking shitty ass strip clubs. You know, this is one of the top clubs in the state of South Carolina. In the entire state. It gets no better. It gets no better. And I did not make it this far in life to come to a strip club and have to hand over the keys to my home because other people have made poor decisions in life. I'm sick of getting punished for everybody else's actions, but it is a consistent thing. It's a daily thing. So I'm working. Everything's going fine. I'm in a great mood. I show up with my sub. I'm eating my sandwich. I'm getting ready for work. Things are going great. I come out on the floor. I start talking to customers. I'm there for about an hour. First of all, there was only 2 customers that came in the entire day. 2. And I just saw a car of guys pulling up, 2 cars of guys as soon as I was leaving, of course. That's when people start coming in. But I'm sitting there and he's not the manager, he's the DJ, comes up to me and says, "You need to check your keys." And I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What? Huh? What?" I'm like, "Yeah, I checked them. Yeah, let me check. Yeah, they're there. What's up? Like, what are you talking about right now?" They have some fucking rule because girls don't know how to behave anymore. These girls come, they get fucking drunk, and they just take off. They just take off. They don't tell nobody where they're going. They don't tell nobody what they're doing. They just take off drunk. And because of that, I, as a almost 40-year-old woman, can't have my keys on me at work now. I have to hand over everything I own. Once again, let's not forget I live out of my car. So y'all want access to all of my devices. Y'all want access to whatever I have on me, all of my medication, all of my money. Y'all want me to give y'all access to that, and then y'all want me to sit in this club and fucking work? What? I'm sorry, what? Because that's not gonna fucking happen. I'm gonna be so fucking stressed. Y'all want me to trust a bunch of fucking meth heads with my property? The last time I trusted a club with my keys, I was driving my Nissan truck. Them motherfuckers went through a quarter of a tank of gas. They were out joyriding in my shit. And backed into something. Yeah, I had a nice ding in my tailgate. That was the last time I handed my keys to a club. So, I'm sorry, but I think we're going to skip out on that today. I'm an independent contractor. I'm on a 1099. I've never heard of anyone being on a 1099 and having to hand over their fucking keys because the staff of the establishment don't know how to do their fucking job. How about, here's a fucking random thought, how about you serve them? How about not serve them at all? And I kept reiterating, well, I'm not drinking, so. And they said, so I go and I get dressed. All right, deuces. Gotta blow this motherfucking popsicle stand. I go get dressed. And the same guy that was trying to take my keys is now telling me not to leave. He's like, well, where are you going? There's guys out here. Where are you going? We have guys out here. Well, bruh, you just said that handing over my keys was non-negotiable. And I'm saying that you getting my keys is not happening. So it seems like we're at a damn impasse, bruh. So I'm getting dressed to take my ass somewhere else to find a damn job. Once again. Because the last thing I'm going to do is hand over my fucking car keys to people that... Let me ask you this. Do you want to roll up and give your keys to one of them motherfuckers? Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt it. And if you do, you probably don't need to be driving. So freaking... So then he says, no, there's guys here. I need you. So I fucking get redressed. Oh, and I forgot the best part. I'll get to the best part at the fucking end. So then I get redressed. I go back out on the floor. I talk to one guy for 2 hours. He doesn't even, I mean, like, bless God, bless it. He's looking for a wife, okay? Stop coming to the strip club looking for a wife, please. And the other guy, I wouldn't even finish talking to him before the house mom got there, who was technically like an assistant manager. Once again, I was hired by a house mother. She was lovely. Everybody has been super nice. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's a horrible club and they're mean people. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that do not give your keys to these motherfuckers, whoever they are. Do not. Just don't. Just don't. It's not a good idea. Your insurance is not going to cover that shit if something goes wrong. If an accident, Lord forbid, happens, honey, they ain't going to hear you. They ain't going to hear you. And these are not, once again, the most educated, well-rounded, wholesome people. We're talking about the bottom of the bottom. And I don't care. You can polish a turd, baby, but it's still a turd. It's still a strip club. You're still working with people who couldn't make it nowhere else in fucking life. Okay? So let's not forget where we are. And this is my livelihood. Everything, this is my livelihood. The last thing I'm doing is handing my keys to some strip club fucking valet. I mean, I don't understand the stupidity of this industry. It's like they literally shoot themselves in the fucking faces despite their noses. They were so desperate. I see why. Remember when I said I called, the guy sounded like he was really enthusiastic about getting me in there, like they needed me? I see now why. They have no girls on daytime. You know, it would be one thing if I was planning on drinking, but it was a whole nother thing to go in there and I even wrote on my application, I don't drink. I wrote it on my app. So I had all intentions of not drinking. And I wanted to turn over a new leaf since fucking Savannah's, because I see that these places don't give a fuck, that they will just feed me alcohol and they won't cut me off. And at the end of the day, they're going to pack me in my car and not even hope I make it home safe. So I can't trust them. So I wrote on my app, does not drink. I can understand if I was drinking, but I'm not. You know, and it wasn't the only thing that bothered me. Another thing that was weird is that we couldn't have a bag on us. Well, where the fuck am I going to put all my money? You want me to just shove it in my fucking kangaroo pouch? Karen, where do you want me to put my money? You know why? Because girls are fucking nasty. That's why. So we're all being punished because one girl brought fucking condoms in her bag. This is the shit I'm talking about, you know, and you would think that there would come a point where these motherfuckers would use some discretion and use their brains and say, hey, wait a second, the girl's not drinking. She lives out of her home. And that's another thing. I kept reiterating, if you'll let me talk to you in private where I don't have to tell the whole motherfucking club my business, that's another thing that they lack, professionalism. What the fuck ever happened to having some etiquette, some class, some couth, some professionalism? Just because you're a stripper doesn't mean that you have to act like it, honey. And matter of fact, it'll benefit you if you don't. You can't tell nobody nothing. And these strip club managers, whatever, you know, like I said, they didn't make it nowhere else in life. This is the best that they got going on. And they are shining here. So let them fucking shine. And I'm going to let the shit go. You know, they're not getting my keys. Period. Point fucking blank. Period. I was willing to give you the combination of my locker. You could have went and looked at the motherfuckers. You could have went and opened my locker door and stood there like the Men in fucking Black watching a 50,000 aliens sing to you. And you could have just imagined it. You, whenever you wanted, you could have just went and watched them sing. But no, that wasn't good enough for you. You know, I literally have PTS fucking D from being kicked out of my own goddamn house off of my own fucking property. And you can't tell these motherfuckers nothing. You can't express to them that everything you fucking own, anything that means anything to you, is in this fucking vehicle. People cannot put themselves in your shoes. It's the most frustrating part about being fucking homeless, is that people have this vision in their head of what it's fucking like. These people asking me to hand over my keys, first of all, legally speaking, they have no legal right to my keys. Second of all, legally speaking, them girls shouldn't be fucking drinking. Third of all, legally speaking, they have a breathalyzer that covers them in the event of somebody being too drunk. They make them stay there and they hold their keys. I'm not drinking. And y'all will be able to see that at the end of the night when I breathe into the breathalyzer. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Let me tell you this. I was the first girl there. I got there at 1 o'clock when we opened on the dot. I was the only girl there until 1:30. We got our first girl in. We got another girl at 3 o'clock. We got another one at 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, I'm sorry. 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and then the girl that came in at 1:30. So that was it. So it was just me and 3 other girls that looked nothing like me. We were all very different. And I was the first girl there dressed and ready on the floor. And I was the only girl that spoke to any customers. We had 3 guys come in the entire time that I was there. I spoke to 2 of them. There was one guy that I didn't even get a chance to talk to because I was busy sitting with another guy. And the girls don't go talk to the customers. So I could have definitely fucking made money there. And it pisses me off that they couldn't be a little fucking understanding to the fact that this is my livelihood. And if y'all want me to come in there in a great fucking mood, the last thing I need to be worried about is what's going on with my car keys. It's absolutely ridiculous that you would even want the insurance fucking mess that comes with the responsibility of taking all of these customers and girls' keys. First of all, that's stupid. I don't understand at all. Why would you want that responsibility as a strip club? You must have some nice insurance. Lovely, lovely fucking insurance. Must be nice. My insurance is hanging by a fucking thread, and I haven't had a claim since I bought this truck, and I'll be damned if I'm going to have to start because some little shithead meth head wrecked my truck out joyriding when I was in the club working for you motherfuckers. And don't tell me it don't happen because it's already happened to me. They kept reiterating. They kept trying to get my fucking keys. They said it a dozen times. Now I'm fucking suspicious. Why you want my keys so bad? Why are you so dead set on getting my fucking keys? When you have no legal right to even be asking for them. The audacity of these sons of bitches. You know, I ought to write them a fucking 1-star fucking review, but I'm not. I'm gonna let them stew. I'm gonna let them fucking stew. And I'll give them a call in a week. And I'll say, hey, remember me? That girl that you needed so bad for day shift? I just wanted to check in and see, you know, if anything's changed. We'll see if they sing a different fucking tune in a week. Because it's absolutely ridiculous that they would put me in this fucking position. Nobody's getting my car keys. I don't give rides. Nobody whips my whip. I bust my ass for what I have. And you motherfuckers want access to all of it? Oh, God. I went in a great mood with a sub. ready to work. First girl there, the only girl that actually works. And they shoot themselves in the fucking face over a set of keys that they're not even I've never, okay, and I've danced at hundreds of clubs throughout the United States, from Florida to DC to fucking California. I've never had a strip club ask for my keys because they're in the wrong. Your actions are the reason that you say that you have this fucking rule. So let me get this straight. You're going to punish me because you don't know how to do your job. You can't just not overpour and just not allow the girls that are problematic to not drink anymore. It's not that simple for you. You're that fucking dumb. They are. They absolutely are. Yeah, it's a fucking shame. I mean, it's a shame what this whole fucking profession has come to. These bitches are so stupid. They'd rather give a $20 blowjob than earn $200,000 in fucking 10 years. They're that dumb. They would rather give a blowjob for $20 than earn $200,000 in 10 years off of one person. The industry is dying. When I was sitting at the bar today, the bartender, very nice girl, by the way. I adore everybody that's here. Even the woman that said that I had to hand over my keys, the house mom later this afternoon. Because like I said, I went and I got dressed and I went back to work, and then around like 5 o'clock, this house mom came in and I said, "Hey, can I talk to you?" And I said, "Listen, I live out of my car." I said, "That vehicle is my livelihood." I said, "I legally cannot hand over the keys. It's an insurance matter. Legally, I can't. So despite the fact that I live out of here, legally, I can't." And even she was nice. So thank you to everybody that's nice there. I appreciate it. I would love to work there, but the fact that these people are not able to hear me out and hear and understand what I'm saying. It's like they hear me, but it's going in one ear and out the other. They're not listening. And that's where I get fucking frustrated. And I don't understand why they would want to assume the responsibility of all of these girls' keys rather than not overpouring. Now, I don't know if they're allowed to drink in the state of South Carolina while they dance. They might be able to here. I know Florida, I could drink as a bartender on the job. That was crazy. I'm like, what? How am I going to bartend if I'm drunk? Oh, Lord. Y'all got some weird laws down here, but whatever. The girls can drink and strip. Now, in North Carolina, you're not allowed to drink. Have I drank in North Carolina? Fuck yeah. We used to get drunk as shit. Like, every day. Okay? Every day. Shit. We had days where we would wake up still drunk, drink a beer before we even got in the fucking shower, put on our makeup, drink another beer before we even fucking got to the club, get there, take a double shot of fucking Jameson, get dressed, get another double, and then start work. Whew, the good old days, where I'd pass out on my wallet drunk and wake up and look in there and it'd be grand. The good old days. But like, here's the thing though, like I said, like, I'm not even a drinker like that anymore. I fucking hate alcohol. I really do. And you have to watch these places because a lot of these places are just as bad as the customers. There's the type of customers that want to come in and try to get you drunk to see if they could take you home. Some of the clubs are like that too. They will give you free drink after free drink after free wine after free wine. Savannah's in fucking Winston-Salem. Free wine after free wine in hopes of making you fucking happy or just getting you drunk because they know you're not making any fucking money. You're not making any money. You're literally just sitting there bored. So they fucking feed you alcohol. And it's not good. And any club that does that, you don't need to be working there. They don't give a fuck about you. Especially if you did them a fucking favor by being there to start with. They knew that you had not eaten. You kept asking to go fucking get food, and they kept denying you to do that. Fuck that, dude. No, absolutely not. You're the only fucking girl. They have no other employees. Gee, I wonder why. Gee, could it be that they coerce you and force you to freaking work on an empty stomach? Like, seriously, what the fuck? These places have lost their damn minds. Let me have your keys. You need to check your keys. You need to check these hands. Fucking check this one and check this one too. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I don't have a boyfriend because of shit like that. Seriously, remember that kid I was trying to talk to? And he wanted to he kept talking about my car. He kept circling back about, my car. He'd be like, ooh, you're pretty. And your truck's really nice too. Your truck's really nice. Motherfucker, you really think I'm that naive? Bless your heart. Bless your heart. I ain't no fucking sugar mama, so I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. Because I definitely am not the one. I can tell you that much. You ain't whipping my shit around. I might whip your shit around, but you ain't whipping my shit around. And I don't even want your shit. I want you to have your own shit. So you don't need my shit. Simple as that. I don't care what your shit is either. It could be a freaking 92 Civic or a freaking Bugatti. I don't care. But yeah, you're not driving my car. Nobody's ever drove this truck but me. Ever. I don't ride with people. I might have had a few passengers. I'm lying. I might have had a few passengers, but not many. Oh, I have. Because I used to take the kids to go do stuff. My ex's kids. We went to the lake and we'd go shopping and go to Five Below. And, one of them was a teenager. So she could have technically watched the littler one. But they were fun, man. We had so much fun. So I'm lying. God, I've had this truck for a minute. I've had it for over 3 years. It's a Chevy Silverado. I've had a lot of problems out of it, but also she's been reliable. So let's not talk bad about her because she hears me sometimes and she definitely punishes me when I talk shit. I'll be damn over here with a flat tire in the middle of Myrtle Beach because I was talking shit about her. It's called karma. She gets me to point A and point B. I'm grateful. I love you, Betty. I love you. Yeah, I went, she has ads on back page. What an idiot! God! Fuck me, man. Not literally. Motherfuckers wish! Oh, God. That's so funny. Back page. Is that still a thing? I thought they shut that down 10 years ago. Is back page still a thing? Somebody let me know. No, I was supposed to be heading to work. I went in at 1 o'clock. I got there at 12:30 and I got dressed and ate a little bit of my sub. And I went on stage for a half hour and worked out, did a lot of pole routines. I choreographed some stuff that I'm working on. And I freaking can't believe that they come up to me like that. And that's another thing. A lot of these clubs do stuff in a way. They set things up to where they get you in there. They get you dressed. They make you feel like you should feel lucky to have that position and be there, okay, because it's this prestigious club. And then they wait till you're working, hours into working, to start breaking you all of the hard news. They didn't say nothing about this 2 days ago. Now all of a sudden you want my keys, my car keys, while I'm working? Any club, strip club, bar that has this rule, girl, run. You are going to be financially liable for anything that happens with that vehicle. And not only that, your insurance is not going to cover anything that fucking happens. So you're going to be fucked. It's absolutely unbelievable that this club would even take on the responsibility of taking anywhere from 20 to 100 girls' car keys. Like I said, if you got a problem with girls getting too drunk and just taking off out of the club without notifying y'all, then it sounds like y'all need to maybe amp up security, maybe not give them so much liquor, maybe not give them, bro, why do I have to be punished because of their bad behavior? Why are their actions are impacting my life? I understand why they have the rule. I think that financially and legally speaking, it's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard of. Any attorney out there or anybody in the law field, please let us know. Does this, legally speaking. Please let us know in the minutes if you know anything about law, because I've never, ever, ever. And I've worked at a lot of clubs that were strict about alcohol. That's the thing, though. They're not. I got lipstick on my shirt. That makes me so mad. They're not strict about alcohol. They let the girls drink, 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 drink. But they breathalyze you and they hold your keys so that you can't leave if you don't agree with what the breathalyzer says. That's fucking horse shit. That has nothing to do with me. I'm not even drinking, bruh. I could understand if they're drinking, absolutely. But you know, and then the girl said, the house mom today, um, she says, she says, well, we can't bend in the rules for anybody. And I said, well, that's fine. I said, so I can go ahead and get dressed. And she's like, what? She's like, so you're just gonna leave? Yeah, bitch. What part of non-negotiable do you not understand? Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth? Like, that's what I'm saying. They don't listen. Fuck that. Fuck that. That floor guy that took my fucking car in fucking Capitol, screw that guy. I know he went joyriding because I filled my tank up right before I got there. And when I got in it to leave that night, over a quarter of the tank was missing. So he just, where the fuck did he go? Who fucking knows? For all I know, he went across town to fucking hook up with some bitch and buy a pound of meth. I don't know. Oh, and then the way that he told me he dinged my fucking tire on a concrete pillar was crazy. He backed in. It was my back tailgate. He backed into a parking space trying to be all fucking cool in a truck that he's never drove before. Smart. So smart. And he clipped a concrete pillar in a parking garage. And he didn't even tell me at first. I had to confront him when I went back to work. Not only should he have been fired, but I should have sued the shit out of him. It's just unbelievable. Like I said, these clubs will absolutely use you up and treat you like shit if you let them. And then they sit there and they bitch about not having girls. Well, every time you get a good one, you punish her for stuff that past ones have done. Because that makes so much sense to start off on the wrong fucking page. I mean, it's a complete disgrace. And the bartender and the DJ sitting there talking about how there's no customers in there, how the industry is dying, how they're not making any money. Sad, sad fucking industry. It's never going to be the same. So there's other clubs here. I doubt they do auditions on the weekend. I'm flat fucking broke. When I say that I have a half a tank of gas, I have a half a tank of gas. I'm so stressed out. I don't know, you know. I keep doing the best that I fucking can, and I keep hitting the fucking ground again with my face. I just want to say that part of being a dancer is talking to customers. It is absolutely your job to go up to every individual in that club and make them feel like the most important fucking man on earth. That is your job. In case you didn't know. Because I've been in a lot of clubs recently, and I've seen maybe one or two that know how to do their job. Your job is to socialize with these men. Not only do I have all of my medication in this car, but I have my mother's gold watch. And, you know, I don't want to think that these people would go out in my car and steal something, but it wouldn't be the first time something like that's happened if it happened, you know. And I mean, I'm genuinely asking you guys a real question. Would you feel comfortable handing your car keys over to some bouncer at a strip club for 9 to 15 hours while you work? You know, I mean, for all I know, I'm not coming outside. I can't even see outside. There's no windows. I can't walk outside and see if my truck's out there. And I'm not saying that they would steal my car, but once again, the other motherfucker took it for a joyride. So, and he was on the clock. He was on the clock. So, I'm just saying, do you think it's a good idea for me to hand over the keys, you know, to my car with all of my devices, my computer, you know, everything I own? Who thinks that's a great idea? Anybody? Does anybody think it's a great idea? Give me a hand up if you think it's a great idea. Because I don't. I think it would be stupid. And I already have enough stress on me. I don't need to be in there stressed about what's going on with my vehicle on the outside. The fact that I'm literally suffering from something right now, PTSD or CP, definitely PTSD, CPTSD, and, you know, potentially BPD, like my therapist has been saying and stuff, or my new doctor. I'm literally living through traumatic events and dealing with the trauma from it. And the only thing I have left is my truck. My life savings, my home, everything has been stolen from me. I've had to cut ties with my abuser, and it has not been easy. And then I go in here, and these people want my car keys. The only thing I have left. My whole livelihood. Everything I own is in here. And these people want access to it. I can't. I physically cannot. I would lose my fucking mind the moment I handed those keys over. I would mentally fucking crumble. I can't put it into words, but this is all I have left. And I'm not giving anyone fucking access to my shit. I did it for my whole fucking life, and I'm homeless because of it. I'm homeless because I gave this man access to my money. It really pisses. I'm getting angry now because it pisses me off that they would even put me in that position when I fucking kept stating I live out of my car. It's like they weren't fucking hearing me. When I say I live out of my fucking car, I mean any and everything that's important to me is fucking in there. It's like people just genuinely are that fucking stupid and fucking just pieces of shit. Pieces of shit. So they do have girls on nighttime. However, I might have seen one or no, I maybe seen two or three that were like of my caliber. And then they have like I said last night, they have an array of girls, like different races and backgrounds and all of that. But there was one woman in there that was older. When I say older, anywhere from 20 to 30 years older than me. Like she was like 50s maybe. And she was in there having a good old time and making money and, you know, but she definitely wasn't, you know, some new baby stripper and definitely didn't look like it. But they had, you know, today they had one really pretty girl who I've met before. I met her when I came down here to party as a customer one time. And when she told me her name, I was like, oh my God. I said, I thought that I knew you, blah, 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 blah. Like, I remember you from way back then. And she was really nice. All of the girls that I spoke to were really nice. I can't rave enough about how nice people actually are there. Sorry for calling some of y'all stupid, but it's a stupid policy. It's absolutely a stupid policy. It's one of those things where when you're in this industry, you have to use discretion a lot. You're going to have lots of different women coming to you in lots of different situations, and you can't make rules that box people in like that. It would be one thing if I was drinking, but I had already told you guys that I had no plan to drink. And I really didn't want to be in there telling these motherfuckers my business like I'm living out of a fucking car. It's nobody's business. Because the moment that I say that, they're going to start judging me and they're going to assume that I'm on drugs or something. Like, well, where's her money going? And that was the first thing that one of them said. She was like, well, have you just not found a place to rent yet? I said, to be perfectly honest with you, I can't afford thousands of dollars a month in rent. And she's like, oh, like, how are y'all fucking surviving? I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, some of y'all got to be lying about fucking having money or something. Like, some of y'all have to be fucking lying. Because when I say that I need $10,000 to move in somewhere, you look at me like I'm a fucking space creature. It's not clicking. So what? Did your mom and daddy, gift you a house? Did they leave you a house when they died? Like, if it's not clicking, then either you got some kind of generational wealth that I don't know about, and you've never had to purchase anything, and you're not living through this shit like I am, or you're making more money than I thought you were. Like, it doesn't make sense, because it doesn't seem like anyone's stressed out about their housing situation or about this economy in general. It seems like everybody is walking around and they're just perfectly okay with it, and nobody understands how fucking hard it would be to actually move in somewhere. And they absolutely judge me the moment that I say I live in a fucking car. Like, and I was completely nice about the whole situation. I definitely am one of those people that I kill people with kindness. And, I can't believe, I'm angry about the fact that they would put me in this position to feel like this today. It pisses me off that they put me in this position. And so I get there. First of all, I did not wear this skirt to work. I wore a brown skirt and some Sperry's. I get into work. I'm feeling all cute. I'm about to put on my dance clothes, and I take my skirt and my underwear off. Literally, my first day of fucking work, I start the worst period that I've had in probably 10 fucking years. And I felt it coming on. I've been cramping. I've been moody. My fucking emotions have been everywhere. My tits have been fucking sore for 3 weeks. 3 weeks. To the touch. It hurts to wear a bra. And freaking, I get in there, and apparently, when I was sitting in my car doing my makeup on live with you guys, I was just, yeah. So when I walked through the fucking club, there was a softball on the back of my skirt. Softball size red stain on the back of my skirt. And I had no clue. And when I stood up, I was like, damn, I've been sweating. Because I sweat so much sitting here. And I'm like, fuck, I've been sweating. Damn, I sweat through this skirt. I didn't even think about it. Like, I had no reason to look back at it. I thought it was just sweat. So, to start with, on my first day of work, I had to go take a bird bath in the sink. Classy. Classy. Love that for me. And then, of course, after I get done drying off, they say, oh, there's a shower back there. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I love you. You're amazing. So I'm like, wonderful. So it's literally been one thing after another today. Love that. Makes me so mad. So there's this other club that is new. There's like 3 new clubs. I know I'm not going to like it because I don't like how these bitches think. Point blank, period. You are not entitled to anything in this fucking world. Nothing. Nobody owes you shit just because you show your asshole on OnlyFans. Nobody owes you shit just because you're in a strip club stripping. This upcoming generation have things so ass backwards that, they're literally driving these clubs in the grounds with their attitudes. And 10 years from now, there will be a very few amount of clubs left. And they're not going to be safe because they're not already. You used to be able to go into a club and actually have a good time and not get ripped off. That's damn near impossible nowadays. The club that I was going to work at today is a good club. It's a known club that doesn't do scammy shit like that. They've had moments. They all going to have moments. But for the most part, it's a gentleman's club. It's a classic gentleman's club, which is what I was looking for. These newer clubs, these girls have the attitude that you owe them something. You don't even know this bitch's name, and she feels like you owe her a whole bag. So get with the fucking program. You're the fucking problem. I don't agree with that. And I feel like these bitches brainwash themselves. It's crazy. And these girls be out here like, I'm a 10. And they really a 2. You know? Like, I don't know. I just don't feel like that. I've never acted like that. I don't like being around people like that. Like I was saying, the resting bitch face. These girls got a bad attitude. They walk around like they smelt something bad. You smelling your nasty ass attitude. That's why you look like that. With your nose all scrunched up in the air like you're better than everybody. I can't work around that every day. It literally fucking just like drains the soul out of me to have to be around people that hate themselves. They're fucking lost. And having to work in that environment, like girls are so cutthroat. Like the fancier gentlemen's clubs, there's kind of like rules that we all abide by, kind of like a dance etiquette. You know, we all have respect for each other. We all help each other make money. If I see you sitting with a guy, I'm not going to come over and interrupt you guys' conversation. That's called cutthroating, especially if I come over and sit on dude's lap. Like, common sense is not that common, let me tell you. And these hoes nowadays, they fast as shit. So, the girls, the new girls that are getting into dancing, they have this attitude that if a guy's not going to drop, thousands of dollars, that he shouldn't be there. And I don't agree with that. And even strip club managers and runners or owners are starting to make it to where it's kind of like that. Like, when I worked at one of the bigger clubs in Raleigh, not only did they take all of my money, but they would give these grand tours to these guys, and they would walk them around to every single room, and they'd be like, oh, isn't this nice? Isn't this nice? And when the guy didn't want to spend $1,500 for an hour to essentially play mini golf with a stripper in a big ass room with a TV, then they would make the customer feel like shit, and they would talk shit to the customer. And I just don't agree with that. Like, that's literally the people that are supporting your business, and you're going to make him feel like shit because he doesn't want to spend $200 just to get one dance. They have grandfathered out dancing. They're making it to where you have to buy a set time. You can't go into a strip club and buy one song. You have to go in and drop $200 to even attempt to get a lap dance. That just starts it. That's crazy. That's crazy. When they start implementing time like that, you know what the fuck is going on. I don't understand why ALE ain't running up in these motherfucking places and shutting them down, because it's blatant prostitution. Blatant. It's right there in your fucking face. There's no denying it. So sick of this fucking industry. I'm sick of these people. I'm sick of these fucking owners that are too stupid to realize how to fucking make money. And then they sit there and bitch about, I might have to file for bankruptcy. Yeah, gee, I wonder fucking why. You're shitting on your customers. You're shitting on your girls. You shit on your staff. People are really that dumb. They really are. They'll say, fuck them customers. I don't need them customers. When the customers are literally the fucking backbone of the business. But, I don't know about this big club. I don't know. I can't do nothing about it right now. I definitely need to be owning my own fucking business. Like, there's no fucking question about that. No questions about it. That's like literally the only thing I'm sure of.
I'm not sure I understand.
Me neither, bitch. Me neither. I don't understand any of it. Me neither. Oh, man. I was literally the only girl that got on stage the entire day. The only girl that went and talked to customers. Like, what are you there for? Like, I couldn't imagine. It would give me such anxiety to go into work and fucking ignore people when it's literally my job. I've worked at places, and if you sit around on your phone, they'll fucking fire you. It's not like that anymore. They're so desperate for girls, they just allow a whole bunch of shit to go on. It's okay for Jessica to go shoot coke in the bathroom, but I can't hold my car keys? Okay, whatever. You can't bend that policy for me. Like, I can't give you the fucking. And here's the thing, like they said, I couldn't have my bag, so I had to stick it in a locker. I put a lock on the locker. Apparently, when they assign you a locker, they assign you a lock so that they have access to that locker at all times. You're not allowed to have a bag out on the floor, which is fine. I don't need a bag on the floor. However, that's really one of the first times I've ever seen a club say that, because normally we have all of our money, our cell phones, some of us vape, some of us have beauty products, lipstick that we have to keep reapplying, car keys, so like, I don't understand why we couldn't have a bag. I mean, we can't have a bag because girls got caught with shit that they shouldn't have in a bag. So that's why we can't have a bag. But like, I don't know where they were expecting me to put my cell phone, and like, am I just supposed to go table to table with all my shit in my hands? I locked my phone and everything in the locker. Y'all know the only thing I kept was my vape in my hand. But I was like, all right, tell me y'all have had some damn problems with some girls without telling me that you've had some problems with some girls. Yeah, so their shifts are 1 to 8, so 7 hours. 4. How is that possible? 4 to 10, 4 to 11? No, how is that possible? I'm trying to think with the mandatory. So if I'm working 1 to 8, that's 7 hours, but why is it 4 to 10? Why is that only 6 hours? It must be 10 to 11. So there's 3 shifts you can work. I'm sorry, I'm bad with numbers. And I'm trying to remember how I saw the picture on the wall. It was 1 to 8, but it said 4 to 10. But I'm wondering why. Do you see what I'm saying? Because 1 to 8 is 7 hours. So I'm wondering why they would let you only work 6 hours from 4 to 10. It might have said 11, but I see it. Anyways, and then you can work the night shift on into the morning hours. Now, that is a minimum. You have to work a minimum of those hours and or those shifts. And so it seemed like it was going to be great. I thought I was going to be able to work days. They said that they need girls on daytime so fucking bad. So if you want to go hand over the keys to your car, that's fine. They need girls on daytime. But I cannot do that. I just can't. I mean, I'm just not in a good mental space to even think about doing that. I can't even put the words out there to describe how it makes me feel to even think about having to hand those keys over. Emotionally, I can't. It's literally all I have left. I feel like everything has been ripped away from me. My whole future, my financial security. And I cannot. And it sucks because I really needed that job. And once again, I feel like I'm being punished for other people's fucking actions. Like, I can understand if I came in last night and fucking worked and got shit faced and fucking dipped out of there without checking out, but that didn't happen. I literally went in this great fucking mood, and it sucks that these clubs do this. This is what's ruining it. It's this shit that's killing the industry. This is why y'all don't have girls. And then you have girls like you do have in there that don't go do their fucking job. And that are much prettier than me and younger. I'm sure the guys would love to talk to them. But their attitudes are so fucking shit. And they're so self-centered that they don't want to do their job. They feel entitled to these things. It's crazy to me how I've never fucking acted like that. But I was thinking the other day, It like literally was like an epiphany for me. I was like, maybe I've made more than others because of the fact that I don't act like that. Now, I don't know, maybe not, but consistently, the clubs that I've worked at, I've been a top earner, and more often than not. So I can only assume that me making more has to do something with me, of course, but like how I treat people, how, I don't know how to put it into words, y'all. These girls are mean. They're mean. They're cold. They're mean, and they're heartless. They say stupid shit to these guys, and they don't try to connect with these guys on a level that they are supposed to be connecting with them. They want to do a dance or nothing. You want to dance? You want to dance? Let's do a dance. You want to dance? You want to dance? Like, no, girl. They don't think about the bigger picture. They don't think about long term. They don't think about the future. They're thinking about right that moment, instant gratification. And I don't know, maybe that's why I've made more money over the years, is because I have a knack for being able to connect with people. I was talking to this dude in there earlier, and bless his heart, we were talking about the election and stuff, and he was so sweet. He was every bit of like 50. Where are my baby wipes? I'm so sick of crying. I always cry. I'm fucking stressed. I'm so stressed. So he was talking to me, and we were talking about, he said something. I don't remember. He pretty much said that he didn't like Trump. He said that he doesn't like the son of a bitch. He thinks that he's too prideful, that the same thing that most people say, that he's an asshole, and the guy was trying to convince me that when he had to file for bankruptcy, when Trump had to file for bankruptcy back in the day, the guy was trying to convince me that Trump had took all of the money out of the casino, and that he had hid the money offshore or something, and filed for bankruptcy. And then when the bankruptcy went through, he went and got all of this money from an offshore account. And y'all, I don't know what the guy was talking about. He was talking some crazy shit, okay? I don't know. It could be true. I don't fucking know. It sounds crazy to me. What you mean? I mean, that sounds illegal as shit. But I got a piece of glitter. I hate glitter. I wear highlighter, but I don't wear big chunky glitter like that. That fucking must have come off my shoe. So the guy sounded crazy. And I wasn't disagreeing with him. I was just saying that, like, Trump might be our only hope, and he was kind of agreeing with me. And the way that he was talking, though, he kept getting down low and whispering like this. And I'm like, bro, like, it's sad. It's sad that he can't say how he feels in public. He was like, he would say something, and he would, like, bend down, and then he'd look around, like, all paranoid and crackish. Like, I'm like, bro, I don't give a fuck. Listen, we all gonna want to die one day. If somebody wants to kill me because I believe children and women should be protected, then damn it, I guess I'm dying today. Mama, Grandma, I'm coming home. About fucking time. Like, for real. It's sad. But apparently, he's a diehard. The guy I was talking to, like the older guy, you could tell he's a golfer. He was from like he was originally from up north somewhere. But he was like 75 years old, okay? He ain't playing golf no more. He might get out there and watch. He ain't damn swinging like he used to, I can tell you that. So he's talking about Trump and this and that, how he don't like him, how he falsified this, he falsified that, and I said, but you're gonna vote for him, right? And he's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, well, it doesn't sound like you like him very much. Why are you voting for him? And he's like, well, I think that he was saying that he agrees with what he's doing, and that he's trying to bring God back to the country, and that's where he kind of agreed with him. And I think that I asked him about Project 2025. I said, what do you think about that? And he said the same thing I did. He said, I agree with most of it, except for the dead horse that we keep beating when it comes to this freaking, abortion and contraceptive. Listen, you gotta give to get a little, and politics is one of those games where that's how it works. I mean, that's what politics is. And I just feel like, I feel like abortion, women should do whatever they want. If they want to get an abortion, they should have the medical right. Absolutely. Medically, if it's needed, it should be provided. It's crazy that we're even having this discussion. That child is not more important than that mother when that child is only 6 weeks damn old. And it's going to kill the mother before it's even full term. So, there's absolutely medical reasons why we should have certain things. And I said, I feel like contraceptive is very important. Yes, it's bad for you. Yes, it absolutely makes women crazy. That is a real thing. I can tell you from personal experience. It's horrible. And the birth control is you getting so fucking big that nobody desires you anymore. Let me just let you in on a little secret. It's horrible. However, contraceptive is important, and we know that it helps. We have the numbers, statistically speaking. We know that these things help. And I was just like, if a woman wants to get an abortion, I just feel like she should be able to do that. It's none of my business. That's God's business to judge her. And, you really never know what a person is going through. You don't. And he says that he does not, and I've never thought about this before, but he said that he did not agree with the abortion thing because he said that it's the same women that are going time and time and time again getting these abortions over and over and over. And I really had never thought about that, but he has a damn point. It is the same ones. And speaking, once you have one, your chances of getting another one increase. So these women, there are women out there that have had dozens of fucking abortions. I mean, that's crazy to think about. It's absolutely horrible to think about that it's even legal for a woman to do that many fucking times. But there are women that have had abortions back to back to back. And he said he didn't agree with that, and that's the part, why he liked Project 2025 was because of that. So, it's crazy to see how people, how opinions can differ, but kind of be similar. We're kind of on the same side, we are. So, but we still have differences, and we have matters of opinion, difference of opinion. So just because, somebody's a right or left doesn't mean that they're all the same. Um, it was interesting. It was really nice to talk to him and actually have a normal conversation that was actually, I feel like when I'm able to meet people in that space sometimes, like these business guys, these men's, that are higher up the food chain than I'll ever be. Um, a lot of them, I love having these conversations with them. And time and time again, it makes me realize that I can do something if society will let me. I can't believe them bitches asked for my keys. Like, that is crazy. There's no reason that they should want to have access to my vehicle. I'm telling you right now, that is a fucking insurance nightmare. Uh-uh. And then fucking valet. Mm-mm. They rolled up in a souped up fucking 80s style Chevy yesterday. It's two of them. One of them has a fucking mohawk that's a foot tall. They're both covered in tattoos, piercings, the whole get up. But they both pulled up in this classic, fully restored 1980s model lowrider Chevy truck. So they love Chevy. I don't trust motherfuckers. You can't. You can't. You cannot be out here putting yourself in a situation like that. You don't get. What did I tell y'all the first fucking time? You take your car key, your ID, your heels, your thong. That's it. Your ID, your heel, your thong, your dress, and your car key. That's it. And you don't give nobody access to your fucking keys. Ever. Don't leave them laying around the dressing room. Don't leave them laying out at the bar. You don't leave your shit laying around these fucking places. You sure as hell don't give your money to your fucking friend to hold. Get a rubber band. Please, a hair bow, a fucking purse.
I don't have an answer for that.
Me neither, bitch. Is there
something else I can help with?
Can you tell me how stressed I am right now? I was gonna ask her for my heart.
Is there something else
Siri,
I can help with?
Let's see if she knows this. Hey Siri, what's my blood pressure right now? Why is she giving me that? Well, that doesn't help. Your heart rate is something completely different than your blood pressure. This keeps up with your heart rate. Oh, I'm so stressed. Now I gotta fucking figure out my next move, and I ain't even fucking been to the beach. I ain't been to the beach. I ain't had time to go to the beach. Everybody's always like, oh my god, you were just here, you were just there. Yeah, bitch. Doing nothing. Fucking waking up, running to Planet Fitness, working out, fucking getting some laundry done, getting this done, getting that done. I mean, when you live out of your car, your chores are gonna double. So whatever chores you had in the house, they're gonna double. Just know you're gonna spend every fucking day cleaning, throwing away trash, dumping fucking listen. I rode around for how long with that pallet on the back of my fucking truck? I wanted to dump that thing for months and couldn't find nowhere to get rid of that damn thing. It's a pain in the ass to dump trash. Like, something else I've noticed, it is trash cans. Pay attention. Pay attention to trash cans at restaurants. They're just not out there anymore. You know why? Because they don't have workers to go get them and change them. I've been to so many restaurants recently, and there's no trash cans for me to throw things away. And when I say so many restaurants, I'm talking about I will go to restaurant after restaurant after restaurant after restaurant on a strip of road looking for a trash can, and go to 20 businesses and still not be able to find a trash can. And then I'll have to Google a freaking car wash to go find a car wash where, you can, like, throw trash away. Because there's no trash cans. I'm like, where's all the trash cans? You don't want that trash in your car because it will stink. And my cooler, this is not going to work. I've got to dump all this out. I'll show it to you. Everything that's in there is bad. But, yeah, the yogurt went bad day before, or yesterday. I opened one like last night or something, and I kept everything on ice the entire time. So I don't know why it all went bad, but I've got to dump that. I haven't had time to do anything. I'm not exaggerating. The laundry that we did, it's still back there in the bag. I haven't had time to put the laundry up. So it's one of those things where, people are like, oh, why don't you go look here for a job? Why don't you do this, look there for a job? Why don't, it's like, okay, well, I need to, and I want to, but I have to find the time. And I also have so many responsibility that comes with living out of my car that, I have tasks that people don't even consider tasks, to complete. And it sucks, and I'm doing the best that I can. And it really sucks that this club wanted my keys. I'm telling y'all right now, I would be an emotional wreck. I just can't. I've lost everything. I'm literally at the bottom, and I've already been down this road once, and I'm learning to learn from my fucking mistakes the first time, okay? I'm learning from my mistakes. They saying you have no privacy at all. You are exactly right. It's about power and fucking control. And these clubs are fucking, bro. I might need to just call that attorney. The one that, where was he from? The one that's been suing all of these clubs. I'm so sick of this shit. Not only is it fucking illegal as fuck, but I mean, it's fucking impossible for me to make money in this industry anymore. It's impossible. Unless you are so strung out on drugs that you don't give a fuck how you're being treated, it's impossible. Unless you're a baby stripper that don't know no better and you think that this is just how things are. Like, to ask me for my car keys, I, I just don't understand. Like I said, if I was drinking, I would have understood that, but I wasn't. And not only that, they breathalyze us before we leave. And, I understand that all of them dumb girls think that it's okay to just hand over their keys, but I'm not dumb. I mean, I am, but I'm not that dumb, Why would a stranger want your keys? Right. No, thank you, city boy. Like, why do y'all need access to my fucking car? And then I tell y'all, like, oh, well, I'm not comfortable with that. I've recently went through a lot and I'm barely like functioning right now. So it's not going to happen. Like, I can't. I literally cannot. I kept saying, I wish I could. I cannot. I kept reiterating, I wish I could. I just can't. Legally speaking, I cannot. And I mean, I would love to call my fucking insurance and be like, hey, hypothetically, if I gave my keys to the fucking some random guy at fucking work, because you think the club's gonna step in and say, oh yeah, that was our valet. You think they're gonna step in and say that? No, they're not. They're not gonna answer the phone at all. So, yeah, I mean, what if I give my keys to some random guy at work and something happens? Like, they're not. No, that's not how my insurance works. It's only me on my insurance. And I'm not going through those fucking problems. I did get ice cream. There's a video. I ended up. Oh, and when I tell you I got this SpongeBob ice cream that didn't even have eyeballs, inflation got SpongeBob out here missing his eyeballs. You remember the gumdrop eyeballs? Not no more. It's chocolate chips that are the size of ant hills. I was so mad. I was just like, where is the gumdrop eyeballs? Oh, God. Hell no. No successful shift. I had to leave because they wanted my car keys. They said that all of the girls checked their car keys in. All of the girls are doing it. They just they just hand over their vehicles as if they don't mean shit to them and hope that it's in safe hands in a strip club with unsavory people, with employees who couldn't make it out in the real world in real jobs. I should just hand my keys over to these people because that's smart. Hell, I didn't even hand my keys over to that girl that crashed my car into that condo. I didn't even hand my keys to her. She stole them when I was asleep. I wake up, I'm at the beach, I'm partying with my bitches, I'm seeing my man, he's home from military leave, we having a good time. I walk out on the balcony of the hotel that I'm staying at, and I'm looking for my car. I'm like, where's my car? Oh my God, where's my car? It's a little VW Bug. Beep, beep. Oh, it was fully loaded, dog. It was badass. Sunroof, leather seat, it blew air up your butt. Nice. Looking for my car, and I'm panicking at this point. And, you know, a real crackhead will steal your shit and then help you look for it. My friends get up, helping me look for these damn keys. That bitch had done stole my car in the middle of the night and ran it through a condo. My best friend for years. The last person that I thought would ever do something like that to me. It'd be the ones that are the closest to you. But you want me to just hand you my fucking keys. Bitch, I got PTSD. Like, legit. Legit. I got PTSD. And you want me to fucking hand my keys to you? My whole livelihood. My whole future. My life. You asking for my life right now. Legit. All because y'all don't know how to do your job. Because y'all are over pouring. Y'all are getting these girls drunk. I mean, if they got a breathalyzer on deck, ready to fucking test bitches before they leave out the door, you know it's been a problem. They tested 2 or 3 of them before I walked out of my interview last night. They have it's a room. I got some video. I might post of it because I was in there eating a sub. So you can see it. It's like a huge, like, women's locker room and lots of space. They have multiple tables for you to sit down and eat. There's a microwave. There's a fridge for you to keep stuff cold. It's a community fridge and microwave. And they have a desk for the house mom for you to go up, pay your tip out. If you need something like any kind of feminine products, any kind of Band-Aid, something like that, the house mom will have it. So, I'm up there talking to her. She's going over the rules with me last night, and they were breathalyzing girls before they left. So, okay, but I'm not drinking. Once again, how many times do I have to say, I'm not drinking? And matter of fact, I had 3 damn drinks at the bar. Neither one of them was a drink. I brought a water, a protein, I mixed up a smoothie, and I had my energy water. So I literally had my own drinks in front of me that were not any kind of alcohol or anything. And I kept saying, I'm not drinking. I wish I could give you my keys, but I can't. Like, I'm an independent contractor, honey. I don't quite understand why you think that you're my employer. And even if you were, you have no legal right to my personal possession. I need to fucking have a lawyer for this shit, y'all. This shit is so fucking, like, unbelievable. So this guy that owns this club, apparently, they say, takes good care of the place and his employees and his dancers. And I understand what he is trying to implement here, but what I'm trying to say is it is very stupid to assume the responsibility of all of these independent contractors' vehicles and car keys. I understand his logic, but once again, for the better good of everyone, the best thing to do is to stop overpouring and allowing these girls to get so fucked up that they're breathing over on the breathalyzer. Now, 0.8 is state law. That now, if you are 4'9", 2 beers is gonna fuck you up past the 0.8, especially if you're not a typical drinker. Someone like me, I can down about 2-3 beers, and that's gonna push me probably about 2 to 3 would push me right at the legal limit, and I just, you know, I don't understand why I'm being punished. And this is how it is now, and this is why I can't find a fucking job. Brandon S., are you talking about in South Carolina? North Carolina, you can't drink any alcohol on the job as a dancer. The clubs, some are, but I've never seen the freaking, I've never seen the club take dancers' keys. I've never heard of that. And honestly, I'm gonna check around with some people. Like, legally speaking, that's crazy. Why would you do that? Um, I don't know why you would want to take on that responsibility when it's unnecessary. That's not how you operate business. You need to stop letting them drink so much. Plain and simple. Stop overpouring. Stop allowing the ones that are fucking problematic to continue to drink. Put them on fucking suspension. Hit them where it fucking hurts in their pocket. Teach them a fucking lesson that they're there to make money and not be a sloppy, pissy, falling down, hot mess fucking express. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard for people to do their jobs anymore. Especially since this dude has owned this place for forever. You would think that he would know by now that pumping them full of fucking alcohol is a recipe for disaster. If you drive a Tesla, are they going to take your phone? What does that mean? What? Ooh, it's getting juicy. What does that mean? I don't know anything about Tesla. I do want a Cybertruck one day, though. They're pretty badass. I could get one. I could trade this in for a Cybertruck. I looked into it. But Tesla, so do you start your car with the Tesla? Is the Tesla, do you have to have your phone on you to start the car? Is there something going on with that? I've never been to a strip club, but I've worked at places with bars and business would lose their liquor license. And yes, thank you. Exactly. So strip clubs are the same way. Certain state like Florida, as a bartender and a stripper in Florida, you can drink on the job. No questions asked. You can serve liquor after you're liquored up. That's crazy to me. I don't agree with that. That's very dangerous in my opinion. Um, South Carolina, I don't know what the law is here. Um, North Carolina, you cannot consume alcohol on the job as a server, as a bartender, as a dancer. None of that. You are not allowed to drink on the job whatsoever as a dancer or anything. Now, clubs overlook it a lot as a dancer. Bartenders, that is the quickest way to get yourself fired up in North Carolina because ALE is very strict. They will come in, they will slam you against the wall, they will dump your personal property on the ground, rummage through it looking for dope. It's crazy. Like ALE in North Carolina don't play. You will lose your liquor license if you serve somebody underage, if you have an employee that is drinking on the job, if you are selling, beer or wine out the back door, if you're buying beer out of a gas station and then selling it in your bar, if you're, there's rules and regulations for North Carolina that I'm very familiar with because I started bartending before I started dancing. So, I've been slinging beer and wine and spirits for a long time, and I would love to find a job doing that because that's what I'm good at. And dancing is just for the damn birds. It's so for the birds. Tesla. Nobody answered the Tesla question. I want to know how the Tesla question works. I'm assuming that the girls here in South Carolina can drink, and it's not like these girls were falling down pissy ass drunk. Don't get me wrong, I didn't see nobody twisted like that. I did see somebody a little sideways, but you don't see that. But I'm just saying that if it's such a problem with girls, the whole reason they have this rule is because what happens is these girls get there, they start working, they get drunk, they're tired and they want to go home, and they'll just run out the side door with their damn dance bag, like, I don't know, Scooby-Doo in the night, and freaking they take off and they don't check out. They don't tell nobody they're leaving. The DJ is calling them to the damn stage, and Becky is 2 states away now, drunk as a skunk on a Saturday night out at 3 a.m., swerving all over the fucking road. So they've had an issue with these girls having their own keys, and they just run. So y'all gonna punish me because y'all don't know how to punish them? What? And here now, I would have never asked any of those girls back in the day to give me their damn keys. Never. I would have never put those girls in that position to feel unsure about their safety. Not having access to your vehicle, there's uncertainty there. Nobody working in any line of sex work should ever have to deal with any uncertainty when it comes to their fucking safety. And it's really shocking to me after how nice and well spoken and all of the proper professionalism and the dance etiquette and all of it's very shocking to me after how great everything else was that this would be something that broke the fucking camel's back. But taking my keys, it will never happen. Never. Never. All of my fucking medication is in here. All my Suboxone. You know what would happen if I didn't have that? I would be sick. I would be in the hospital, throwing up, sick. Like, can't walk, can't eat, can't sleep. You lay in a fucking ball and it feels like the fucking flu times 100. It is the worst fucking cold feeling that you'll ever fucking have. You feel so gross. It feels like there's fucking ants and just slime all over your body. It's the worst fucking feeling. And I've been in that situation several times. My abuser had some girl that was on drugs over at the house, and she got into my bedroom even though I had a lock on the door, and she stole over $5,000 worth of my Suboxone out of my room. Now, that was 2 years ago, and I've never financially recovered from that. That medication was enough medication to last me for the next 5 years. And I was sick for over a week before I was able to get Suboxone again. It put me out of work. I almost lost my car because I wasn't able to work, because I didn't have my medicine, because it was stolen out of my bedroom that was locked, because of a man who was more worried about getting laid than someone he claimed to love. So his family, his niece. And of course, he didn't financially compensate me for these losses. He didn't say anything about it. He acted like it wasn't a fucking big deal, like I was out here sucking dick for a living or something and had the opportunity to go make $5,000 over fucking night. Unbelievable how stupid people are. But my point is I'm not going to be sick because I'm put in a bad position because these people are doing God knows what with my shit. And if you think for a fucking moment that them motherfuckers ain't going to snoop through your fucking car, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. You know good and well them fucking valets be all up in here like. You know it. Especially in a strip club. Once again, bottom of the barrel. Bottom of the barrel. And I don't mean that to be mean. I'm saying that to be fucking realistic. I love so many fucking people from the strip club. I have so many good people. There's so many good people in this. So many. We're not all the same. But at the end of the day, the majority, you know, that's what you're going to be dealing with on a daily basis. The majority. What? What is this idiot talking about? Yeah, I hope so. 10 Man Ted. Yeah, so, you know, I'm not going to sit without medication because I pay for medication. I pay a hefty price for medication. And, you know, my second prescription that I just got, y'all, my Medicaid paid for it for the first time. I've never had medical insurance. I've never had Medicaid. And, you know, I'm so grateful that I fucking have it. You know what? I might have had it when I was a kid because I have silver fillings, and I feel like my dad was telling me one time that I have silver fillings because I was on Medicaid. So I might have been on Medicaid, and I think I might have had it when I was under 21 one time with my mom. But I don't think I used it, y'all. I was shooting heroin then. I wasn't going down to the dentist or the doctor or whatever. But like, I got my new prescription. First of all, this is raggedy as shit. What the hell is this? The cops are going to think I bought this from somebody off the streets. This is how it came. From CVS. Do you see this? What the fuck is this? I paid for a bottle when I paid for this expensive ass shit, okay? Oh, shit. But, like, you know, this is all the medicine I have. And I literally have been stressed because I couldn't. The doctor that I had freaking had some bullshit money racketing issue going on and was scheduling my appointments too close together. And it's been really hard to find this doctor. It's been really hard to get Medicaid. It's been really hard to get to where I am. And I just can't hand my shit over, you know? I think about the what ifs, and I can't. I literally can't. I've had bouncers from strip clubs rob my purse when I was bartending at the club. We are working for the same club. I'm bartending, you're the floor guy, and this motherfucker stole jewelry out my purse. And I know it was him because he was the only other fucking person that had access to my purse. This is what I'm talking about. You cannot trust these motherfuckers. I forgot about that. That was in Jacksonville, Florida at the fucking Officers Club. I also had my purse snatched there during a fucking fist fight. My car keys, my fucking, I had like 4 Pandora bracelets, all of my Pandora, my earrings. I had a Chanel pair of earrings that was stolen. Like, all of my shit was in my purse. My car key for my Nissan. I had to get my truck towed. I had to get a new key cut. I've been through some shit, and I'll be goddamn if these people are going to gaslight me into handing over my keys. Motherfuckers that obviously ain't never had nothing that they fucking respected. I see the fucking parking lot's empty, but the club has people, so where's y'all's motherfucking cars? And y'all want my keys? Where's your keys? Go give them your keys. I fucking ought to call the Department of Goddamn Labor on them motherfuckers. They won't do shit. Nobody does their job anymore, you know? I'm wasting my fucking breath even talking about it. It just sucks to, like, be a decent fucking human and want to go in there and actually work and do the right things, and, like, the fucking industry is dying, and it sucks. Because it doesn't have to die. But people are so fucking stupid. It's almost as if they want it to die. Now I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I can go interview somewhere Monday. And let them know that they can't have my fucking keys from the start. Like, no. What are you fucking talking about? Now, if you want to make the fucking truck payment and fill it up with fucking gas every week, maybe we can talk about it. But, like, no. I don't want to work at that shitty ass club. I don't do limo rides at all. I worked at the fucking Treasure Club. I know about that club out in Nashville. Honey, they're probably in a club that anybody on here could throw at me that I haven't either worked at or don't already know about. I've been around to a lot of clubs. I've worked at a lot of clubs. Hundreds. I've traveled all over the place. All over. And, any club that puts you on payroll absolutely has some shady shit going on. We are independent contractors. And that Treasure Club down there in Asheville, they put the girls on payrolls. It's part of the same franchise as the Treasure Club in Greensboro, North Carolina. It's not for me. I don't do that. You know what sucks is that I was sitting there talking to that guy in freaking at work, and he was so nice. And first of all, I didn't make a dime all day. All day. And, like I said, there was 3 guys. And I was talking to that one guy, and then that house girl came up to me and was like, I was like, can I talk to you when you get a minute? And I wanted to, like, explain the situation, but there was nowhere for me to talk to her alone. That's another thing. Like, people don't have, like, you know how, like, you go into, like, I don't know, a car dealership, and you're thinking about buying a car. You walk up to the guy and you say, hey, how you doing? I'm Brooke. Nice to meet you. That professionalism, you know, if we're discussing something that pertains to me as a dancer, and you are going to be my higher up, I'm going to be, what do they call that, subordinate or whatever? Yeah, whatever that's called. You're going to be my superior. And I'm trying to explain something to you, and I've already asked several times, yeah, if we can talk in private, then I can explain. And you keep wanting me to explain myself in front of everybody. Like, that's so unprofessional. It's so disrespectful to these girls. You should not treat those girls like that. Any girl that asks to talk to you one-on-one, you're a house mom. House mom. Keyword, mom. Your job is to act as a mother, to guide, to show them respect, to be an ear for them when they need it. And you need to be able to hear them out and show a level of empathy that you did not show today. And she kept asking, well, do you want me to go ask a manager? What do you want me to go ask? No, girl. No, I don't. I don't. I sure don't. because you shouldn't even have to ask me that. As a house mom, you should have been running up those steps, knowing that you need white girls. You should have been fucking knees to chest getting them damn steps to that manager and saying something sweet to give me a yes, for him to give me a yes to keep my keys. Like, people don't know how to do their jobs. They bitch about going to work and not making no money and nobody's making tips because let me remind you, the DJ, the bartenders, the house mothers, the floor guys, they make tips off of us. They make money off of us. So we have to make money in order for them to get money. So, and they absolutely need us girls there to make money. They don't make money if we're not making money, if we're not there. So, you know, these strip club people, staff, it's almost as if they don't even understand what their position is, what they don't understand how the business is at all. And I understand that a lot of these people, they were trying to be helpful last night. This morning the bartender helped me out, you know, but I really think that it's crazy that she kept asking me if I wanted her to go get the manager. Like, no, girl, that's your fucking job. You should be wanting to do that for yourself. Like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. And I told her, I said, you know, it's really sad that I'm being punished because of everybody else's actions. I said, this is becoming a common theme. Old school dancers being punished for baby dancers' mistakes. I said, and so a lot of us old school girls are just not there anymore. We're getting out of it. I wish I could. I fucking hate it. It's so annoying. So annoying. There didn't used to be this much politics and fucking bullshit in it either. You used to be able to go in, get a job, immediately start making money, have a wonderful day, always be able to go in there and make money. Didn't matter what day, what time. If you rolled in there, you was making money, honey. It ain't like that no more. It's all politics and bullshit and scheming and fucking scamming and self-centeredness and fucking shallowness. I'm about fucking over it. I need to open my own business. I just don't know what I want to do. I mean, you know, when you're good at fucking everything, I'm not even being funny. But I mean, that's my problem. There's so many interests that I have, and there's so much that I'm good at that I don't even know, you know, where to begin. I initially wanted to open up this pole studio about 10 years ago. Here comes the police, y'all. I didn't saw them drive by 3 or 4 times. Oh, he's fucking with this guy on his bicycle. Like, fuck, bro. He's already fucking down. The man's getting rained on right now. You see it? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Fucking Durango. Yeah, so I wanted to open a pole studio. The issue is with that is I have no trainers. Now, here's the thing. I know a lot of girls that would love to come and work for me and actually be a pole trainer. The issue is their fucking attitudes. I can't trust them. Can't trust them. That's the type of thing where I open up a business and then I invite all my friends in to go into business with me, and it's shit from start. And the next thing you know, I'm filing for fucking bankruptcy because I hired all of my fucking friends that were strippers. Fuck no. And I can't train 8 hours a fucking day, Monday through, you know, Sunday by myself. You got to have a schedule. You're going to be doing hour classes. It's very lucrative. I've done the numbers. We're talking $200,000 a year. You could make up to $200,000 a year. And I think that I did those numbers on the low end. That was for one studio. But, you know, from 9 a.m. Monday morning to 5 p.m. Monday afternoon, you got to have somebody in there giving classes, class after class after class after class. You'll have groups of them coming in. It depends on how many fucking poles you can get in there, depending on the size of the studio. That's another thing. You got to think about your rent. That shit's got so expensive now, it wouldn't even be worth it now. I was thinking about doing this in 2014 or 16. I went and looked at several spots with a real estate agent. My eyes are burning and I don't know where my baby wipes are. I put way too much. Didn't I do that again last night? Y'all, I'm gonna end up going blind when I'm like 45 from all the shit that's got in my eyes because I'm not careful. It's just micellar water, but still, it can't be good. It's chemicals. My eyes are so freaking raw from the tanning bed and putting that freaking stuff on earlier, trying to smoke my eye out, and I couldn't get it. It'd be like that some days. You can't get nothing to work right. And they probably think I don't want to. So let's look at it from their perspective. So I'm like, hell no, you ain't getting my keys. Then I tell them that I live out of my car. So they probably think that I don't want to give them my damn keys because I'm strung out on fucking crack or something. And that's why, you know. I mean, I think about things from everybody's perspective. I try to. And I was trying to talk to them in a different setting to explain myself because I understand how it looks once again. And she did. She asked me, she's like, have you just not found a place yet or what? And she had like a fucking attitude, and that's the shit I'm talking about. How fucking dare you? You old crusty bitch. You old fucking crusty bitch. With eyebrow fucking blindness. How fucking dare you? Y'all, sometimes I'm so proud of myself for the composure that I'm able, like, sometimes, like, I forgot the way that she said that in that fucking condescending tone. So you just ain't found a house yet, or you just ain't moved in yet? That's what she said, something like that. You hear that car backfiring? That shit scares the hell out of me, y'all. I hit the deck last night. Somebody was shooting in the Planet Fitness parking lot. It literally sounded so close. It was probably a couple blocks down, but it sounded close. Like, when I say a couple, I mean like 1.5, 2. Like, it was close, but you could tell it was a little ways away. And anytime I hear gunshots, this seat is all the way up, and when this seat is all the way up, I can actually fit back there. I have plenty of room back there where I can, like, get down on the floor, and I do. So many times I've gotten down on the floor back there. Like, I've been woke up by crazy people. I've seen a girl try to run her boyfriend over in the freaking parking lot with a car. I got that on film somewhere. So it looks good. My skin looks good. I feel better with the makeup off. I really don't like wearing that stuff. I'm going to get my ears while I'm at it. You got to wash your ears. Don't forget to clean your ears, please. Yeah, it really, like, hurts my feelings that she wouldn't hear me out, but it's okay. She would rather go get the manager than fucking talk to me like an adult herself. So I understand, you know. Completely understand. Well, at least I was able to get hired at some dream club. Because it was definitely like a dream club for me. I always wanted to try to work there and stuff. I've been there to party, been there before. But I didn't even think that they would hire me. And, you know, I'm glad that they did. And they do have some pretty girls. And then they have some girls that are, you know, kind of on my caliber. And then they have some girls that are, you know, unique. And I think that a collective of girls is really important. Because you'd be surprised at what some men like. And women. and women. We get women in there too, especially a lot nowadays. I meet so many women coming in there looking for a girlfriend, and I'm just like, girl, bye. Like, you do not want a stripper girlfriend. Ain't it crazy how when things go bad, they all go bad at once? It's just like, it'll be a compilation of bad things. Even if it's little, it's just like, damn, that too. Damn, that too. It gets to the point, and I really feel like God's taking it out on me. Like, I'm like, why are you punishing me? For real. I've even had people that I've dated ask me that. They're like, Brooke, you are not joking. Like, it's literally that bad, honey. What did you do? They were literally asking me what I did. They were being fucking genuine. Like, had I killed somebody? Like, you know? He was being dead ass. Honey, what did you do? Because this is unnatural. The kind of fucking karma you have. It's gotta be karma. It's gotta be karma. So ready to go to bed. I gotta go find a Planet Fitness and a Walmart because I don't have anything to eat. I need to dump that fucking cooler. I need to put my laundry up. I have so much to do, and on top of everything, I'm completely fucking flat broke. And yeah, I'm in the middle of a fucking rainstorm. It's pouring, so it's okay though. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. It could definitely be worse. I could be strung out on drugs. It could be so much worse. So much worse. Y'all, I was telling the girls over here at this club about the club in Virginia, about the having to pay $3 on fucking stage. How you have to go on stage and pay $3 when you get off from every guy that tips you. And those girls couldn't believe it. They said, you're lying, you're lying, you're lying. I was like, all right, bitch. Don't heed my warning and go see one day. You'll find out the hard way like I did. I said, but let me be your guinea pig and tell you. That is the last state you want to dance in, honey. You ever do something and then you step back and you're like, I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. It's definitely one of those moments. You know why? Because people gaslight and lie to me. I had somebody I had somebody tell me that it was one of the most richest areas. Do. And I think that Richmond is. I think that Richmond does have a lot of wealthy people, generational wealth. That area, there's a lot of people that work in DC and they commute from Northern Virginia to DC for work. And so there is a lot of money out there. But it ain't in no strip club at Virginia Beach, baby. It just ain't. And you would think that it was busy. It was not busy. There was people there for sure, but like, it seemed like it was more of the type of place where there's a lot of locals and a lot of people who know it's a small town where everybody knows everybody and it's a lot of locals. So it wasn't like the beach that I was expecting, like Myrtle or Miami Beach or, Key West, fucking Duval Street or whatever, Duval. It was nothing like that. Oh, and then this real pretty stripper, the one that I said that I've met before, she kept talking about, she said, yeah, she says, there all these northerners come in here talking about they stopped at this club and stopped at that club, but the girls were rough. And she's like, I don't know what they fucking mean by rough. And I'm like, I'm just sitting there, I'm like, oh God. I'm like, she knows. She has to know. Like, she knows. She was playing stupid. But we got on the topic. I said, listen, and I'm meeting these girls for the first time. The stripper, the bartender, the DJ that I'm about to say this in front of. It's the, first time I'm really meeting them. It's the first day. And I said, well, rough is, I said, well, I can tell you because I just experienced it in Virginia. I said, and I don't mean to say this, like, I'm better than anyone. I said, anytime I'm talking about somebody, I never mean to come across as, any better. I said, because my teeth are not perfect. I said, I grew up in a home where money wasn't, readily available. So, we grew up poor. We was 2 tank tops in the winter, And so, as I'm saying this, I start telling them about the girl in Virginia with her mouth. And, she sat 10 booths or 10 chairs away from me, and I could smell her breath. And it's so sad, y'all. I mean, it just, and I don't understand why this place would have even hired her. I mean, they were desperate for dancers. I see why. Because, remember, me and her was the only dancers there. So they were desperate for girls there. And, you got this girl who was obviously in the middle of complete teeth decay. Complete. Every single tooth is decayed. Every single one. Black. And crumbling. So, you know, that smell, I thought that it was the sink drain, y'all. When I first sat down, when she come and sat down, the bartender's back there moving around. For those that have worked in the bar industry for a while, you know that those freaking bars stinks. They stink. The bar sinks stink, okay? They smell like raw sewage, y'all. So I thought that it was something from behind the bar, and I'm like, ooh, what is that smell? When I say I wanted to crawl under the freaking bar, y'all, when I finally came to, this guy come up and sat down with me, and then moments later she come over and cutthroat me, like I said. And I went to the back and left that whole situation alone. And that's when she danced for him. Remember, they went to the bathroom after she went to the dance. And yeah, so I told the new girl over here at the nice club or whatever, I said, that's rough, honey. That's rough. I said, let me tell you, rough. I said, track marks up her arms, down her neck. I said, big old patches of missing skin, scars. You can tell she was picking. I said, that's rough, baby. Fucking 3 different boyfriends, different names, tattooed all over. One on the ankle, ex-boyfriend on the ass, new boyfriend on the shoulder. That's rough, baby. This girl, shout out to Demi. She's gorgeous. This is the girl I'm talking about at the new club. Demi's great. Demi's down home. Demi's normal. Demi's not a weirdo. We like Demi around here. And Demi is going to have a lovely career in dancing. I wish her the best. But she's the one that was asking what rough was. So, yeah. She is far from rough. Demi is a diamond in a rough place. There you go. Yeah, so it's nice when I can go in and meet nice girls and have these conversations, because most of the time you go in and they're sitting there mad at the world, ready to feed somebody a fucking sob story. That's another thing. It's literally my first day at work, and I didn't want anybody to know about my situation. I don't go into these places fucking telling customers about this shit. Nobody knows at my job that I got a YouTube. I hold myself to a very professional level when I'm in front of people. When I'm in these establishments, I hold myself to a higher standard. Even though I'm a stripper, I don't have to act like it. And I don't in these establishments. I might on here with you guys because I'm a nut, but I'm allowed to be nutty. So, I don't know, man. For them to, after I've already, and here's the thing. I tried to initially tell the DJ, and when I said I live out of my car, he literally pivoted on his feet and ran out the dance room. I said, I find it after the 5th time of him saying I needed to hand over my keys, I said, listen, I live out of my car. I just cannot do that. And he looked at me and then turned around and walked out the dance room. So it's they're not, I don't know, bro. Fuck that shit. They shouldn't even be asking me for my keys. Let's be fucking for real. Let's be for real. They're not supposed to be doing that. Absolutely. I want these girls to succeed. They deserve the best. They're just like me. We are all the same. All of us. And I'm not saying our personalities and what we've been through, but all deep down, we are. That hyaluronic acid, that hyaluronic acid cannot be good for your lips, because when I tell you my lips have been dry, they look horrible. I started using this Maybelline lip plumper stuff with hyaluronic acid in it. And I swear, every time I put another layer on, my lips feel drier and drier. Maybe that's a sign that it's not good for my lips. I do like the e.l.f. Squeeze Me lip balm. They're like $3 at Walmart. They're worth every single penny. I think they have some that are kind of tinted too. I want to try one of their tinted lip balms in the little square container. It's supposed to be like the Dior knockoff. Brooke. 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 Napkins and ice. I love him so much. I love him so much. Theo is going to do big things. Theo is going to do big things, let me tell you. You know why? Because Theo is relatable. He's honest. He's fucking been through it. And he has a fucking success story. Like, he's making it right now. He's got his own podcast. He has all these awesome people on. I saw him interviewing fucking Kat Von D. Like, amazing. Okay, apparently Kat Von D has done gave her life to the fucking Lord. Yes, she did. She got baptized. Yes, she did. She's not into no witchcraft shit no more. And I'm so proud of that. Like, love that. Love that for Kat. So, but Theo Vaughn, he really grew up. He grew, we're the same age. And so we grew up in the same era. And so he gets it. And I grew up in subsidized apartments, housing. Like, I grew up, yeah. So, I think that Theo is good for everybody because he unites people. And every time I listen to him speak, especially recently, he's guiding people. He's guiding his audience that listens to his podcast into having faith and hope for themselves. And I love that. That's what we need. So many people have lost hope. And I don't have hope for myself half the time. But I keep pushing forward. But I like Theo. When I say that I used to get my ass whooped in them apartments over there, I used to get my ass whooped. There'd just be some new girl that move in and we get to fighting on the playground. We had good times too over there, setting shit on fire in the woods and stuff. You know we were hellions back in the day. My grandma yoked one of the neighbor's kids up in this housing complex one time, and she whooped his ass. She sure did. My grandma yoked somebody else's youngin' up and spanked them. And the whole neighborhood, bro, there was people out on the fucking balcony of the second story apartments on multiple complexes. Yo, we gonna go riding through there one day. Oh my God. But like, yeah, there was neighbors out on the balconies of several different apartment complexes. This is a huge place. It's like a horseshoe, and there's apartments on both sides of this horseshoe. And this little boy, I really can't, I would have to ask my brother. I can't remember if this kid was being mean to my brother or if it was me or what it was. But he was maybe 10, 11, 12 at the oldest. And I don't remember what happened. I remember this huge ash tree and this square power, this huge electrical box. Y'all remember those? It's like a military army green and you can set on top of it. It's like some kind of power generator or fucking something. Anyways, she did. She leaned up against that thing, or the tree won. I think she might have leaned on the tree. I don't remember. But she bent him over her knee and she said, wham, 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 wham. And everybody in the neighborhood just watched. Nobody said shit. Okay? And I don't know how that bitch didn't get no trouble. But she didn't. She sure didn't. The Lord didn't show up. The mama didn't show up. You know what? The mama might have showed up. I'll have to ask my brother and find out the details, y'all. It's been so long. I wish my grandma was still alive. She was the best. She sounds crazy as hell. She kind of was. She suffered from bipolar disorder, which is why I wonder if I have it. But she was cool. But to yoke somebody's kid up and not go to jail, you would definitely be asking to go to jail to do that nowadays. Like, you have a one-way ticket to either some parent showing up and whooping your ass and killing you, or the law showing up and actually arresting you. One of the two. That's what's going to happen nowadays if you did that to somebody's youngin'. Yeah, Kimmy P, that's exactly what we need. It's crazy because these people did this study on how brainwashed society is and how easy it is to easily influence people and how negativity is more popular than positivity. They literally did a study, and it showed that the larger the setting, the easier it is to brainwash people, and like the faster it is. Like, I'm not putting it into words very good, but pretty much misery loves company, and people are more likely to. I'll have to find it and share it because it was very interesting. It's an article. I'm trying to put it into words. Give me a second. So, pretty much, if I came to you and I told you that the sky was green, I can't figure out how to say it. Pretty much, the larger the population, the faster it spreads like wildfire when it comes to brainwashing communities of people. I can't put it into words. I'm gonna have to find it because I sound crazy, and I know exactly in my head. I can see it and I can't say it. But pretty much, it's that instead of people having a pair of balls, most people, instead of growing a pair of balls, most people will agree with something, even though it's a lie, and or even if it's a lie, just to go along with the masses because they are too scared to stand up for themselves and grow a pair. And I can't put it into words what I'm trying to say, but pretty much they did a study that showed that most people are easily fucking brainwashed and coerced, and you know, yeah, it's really sad when you think about it. I mean, it's very symbolic of the left, you know, these kids out here. Um, Donald Trump definitely, more than anything, in my opinion, probably has this election in the bag, but we can't assume that that is true. We still have to get out and vote. We still have to make sure that we register and vote. It's imperative. We can't just assume that he's going to win it. We need to, for all we know, they might throw Michelle Obama up there next week. So it looks like the media is vilifying Biden, pretty much saying, like, how is the White House allowing this? I mean, the media I've saw is vilifying the Biden administration currently because of his health conditions and how they're allowing this circus to just proceed when everybody is completely unfit to be in their position. All of them. All of them. So, you know, I don't know. Is the media putting enough pressure? Is it going to be enough pressure on the Biden administration to finally get him to drop out and actually throw someone else in there in his place? I don't know. Because it looks like Joe wants to stay in. I mean, Jill, Obama. I mean, somebody. So, the man is beyond senile, bless his heart. And at this point, it's abuse to have him doing this shit. Like, it is. It's crazy. Watching the end of the debate, watching Jill have to walk him off of stage and then over, to people to shake hands. I mean, it's just pathetic. Anyone that votes for him does not need to be allowed to vote. Like, it's just so morally wrong to have him stay in his position and continue for another 4 years. I mean, economically, financially, we would never recover if we don't fix this now. If we don't fix this freaking election, this country is doomed for eternity. It will never be what it was before. This is our last chance to fix this shit. This election is so important. It's such a huge part of history. It really scares me. I don't want to live anywhere where children have to fear, being sexually abused. And we are literally currently passing laws to decriminalize pedophilia and shit, where we're doing things that are so morally wrong that if we don't stop this now, it's just done. There'll never be any going back and trying to correct it, and we'll be too fucking far gone. I feel like we're already halfway there. But to have pedophiles wanting, reduced sentences and fucking, essentially, they want to, like I said, decriminalize, or like, they want to take the stigma away from pedophilia. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make you think that this is a mental health disease and that it's perfectly normal and God made them that way and we shouldn't, feel some type of way because they're attracted to children. It's preposterous. It's sickening. It's so scary to think about. But it's actively happening. This is what we got going on. Here's the police. Look. I guess that girl has something. Oh, he's got his blue lights on. You see it? Through that tree? I thought somebody, like, their car was down or something, but he pulled around her. Like, it's crazy to think about that they're wanting to call these people, not pedophiles anymore. That they're, like, trying to pass laws to where you can't call a pedophile a pedophile. And that's absolutely what he is. It's sickening to think about that there could come a day that pedophiles just have a free-for-all. There's nothing you can do about what they're doing. And that's exactly what we're headed towards. And they're not even punishing people anymore for breaking the law. That's scary, really scary. And we reward them for being bad and not working and not getting an education. Struggle sandwiches. Trump 2025. Yeah, fuck yeah, I do, dude. Everybody I run into is fucking not only fake, they're fake as shit. People, I don't even think I've met a person since I got clean that even knows who they are. Nobody even knows who they are. They don't know what their interests are. They don't know what they like. They don't know who they are. Like, it's crazy. They don't know what they believe in. They don't know what they stand for. They don't even know what their morals and values are. And the morals and values that they have are not real morals and values. It's not the shit out the Bible. It's some shit that their mom and daddy made up. It's not real morals and values. Morals and values stem from the Bible. They're good things. Morals and values are good things. Like, I mean, I guess you can have bad morals, but like, I don't know, man. I just don't understand people. I've been on dates with people and I'll be like, so you're looking for monogamy? And he'll be like, yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, da 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 da. And I'm thinking that I'm like, when he said yeah to that we're monogamy, okay. Then I later find out that he's married, but it's okay for him to have one side girlfriend, and he'll just be monogamous with me, and yeah, with just me. So I just get to be the special side girlfriend. Like, this is what I'm saying. And this dude really thought he had morals and values. Yeah, you got them, but they ain't good ones. You going to hell, bro. You and your wife. Like, what are y'all doing? That is not a marriage. That is not a happy marriage. That is a miserable marriage. I can only imagine how that lady feels. Negative space captain. Listen, I'm telling you right now, if I ever marry a man and he even asks me, bless his heart. Oh, God. And when the FBI shows up asking for him, once again, I ain't seen the son of a bitch. He took off with that side girlfriend he loves so much. I have no idea where his ass is. But can we go ahead and declare him dead so I can get my insurance? Jesus, it's been 2 years. No, I'm not like that. I would never kill somebody and do that. But I'm just saying that it might send me over the edge. I am crazy. It might. If I finally marry somebody and they do some shit to me like that, it might send me over the edge. I ain't even gonna lie. Ooh, God, it might. Shit. Oh, man. I mean, it's messed up. I had a sibling that did a deployment, and this is a story as old as time. High school sweethearts. He played football. She was, if I'm not mistaken, she might have cheered or she danced. She did something. She was into sports or something. But he played football, and they had the little high school, American dream, whatever. And I mean, they were adorable. Don't get me wrong. They were, my brother, one of my younger brothers, he's like the golden child. So, I got to live a lot through him because things that he got to do, I never got to do. So he had a very normal childhood. Even though we lived in the same house, we had two separate upbringings, and we had two different experiences. It's crazy how that can happen. Um, you know, Something I recently learned about was the favorite sibling. Apparently that's a huge thing now. Like they're like people are having kids, and then like one is like the favorite child, and they treat that child like the favorite child, and they let the other children know that that is the favorite child, and it's so detrimental to the child. It's fucked up. It's harmful to raise your child, treat extra privilege, and it's really fucked up to let your children know that you're doing it. So messed up. But that's like a whole thing, the golden child or whatever. So freaking he he had a whole different experience than I had. And we've never really talked about this much, but we're cool or whatever. But the older I get, the more I see how he was raised completely different than me. And it wasn't that he was showed favoritism. It's that I was 2 years older. We were living completely different lives. I was in, the state was coming and taking me from my parents. So I was in foster care half of the time, whether he was at home with them. So when I wasn't there, of course, they had more disposable income because I wasn't there. So, but he and I are cool, and I love my brothers to death, all of them, except my older brother. Um, and I don't hate him. He'll have his day, but I just don't surround myself with people who want to cause me any harm. And so I don't have my older brother in my life. He's a pedophile. Um, and I don't want to be around people like that. I don't think that people like that need to be out in society. They need to be behind bars. And that's just my opinion. Because people like that do not stop reoffending. We know this without a doubt. They have a condition. They have something not wired right, okay? They had something happen to them and now they're abusing themselves. It's very common. Or maybe they was just born a weirdo. I don't know. Every case is different, but they don't need to be out here in society with the rest of us roaming free, and we don't even know who they are, or where they are. They don't stop. They never stop. We know that. And not only do we know that they don't stop, but you can't you can't rehabilitate them. There's no therapy. There's no hypnotism. There's nothing that you can do to prevent them from doing this again except for castrate them. Why we don't do this more, I don't know. Apparently, I just read that there's a state, if anybody knows, that's doing that right now. They're actually castrating. They're doing this for medical prison purposes. It's the first sterilization, if I'm not mistaken. I'll find, we need to talk about this. Is the stuff I want to talk about because this is interesting, y'all. So he is a repeat rapist. He's harmed dozens of people, and they're gonna castrate him. Like, he's gonna be, he won't even have any sexual urges. He won't even be able to get it up if he wanted to. Like, he'll never be able to reproduce or have a sexual orgasm or anything like that again. They're taking care of that shit. His urges to harm little children will be gone. I love it. We need more of this. This is great. Because if this parent goes and does it, the parent of that child that he harms, but if that parent goes and does it, the parent's going to jail. Actually, not necessarily nowadays. You fuck around and find out in these southern states, I'll tell you that. There's been a couple of fathers. There was one father that hired, if I'm not mistaken, it was his neighbor's son who was maybe a high school student or a young teenager, like 19, like early. Um, if y'all have seen this, let me know in the comments. But his whole face was swole up. So this dad hired his next door neighbor to babysit his son. And it was a young guy. So he thought, whatever. Apparently he walked in with this man messing with his son. And when I say, y'all, his face was swole up like the fucking elephant man. His eyes were black. His lips were split open. Like, he looks crazy. And he deserved every fucking bit of that. And I hope he gets more in prison. Sick. Absolutely sick. They deserve no sympathy whatsoever. Hello. Yeah, I can't think of the damn. Y'all probably seen the one I'm talking about because it's a popular, famous clip that goes around. There's been a couple of parents that have took action into their own hands and got out there and started whooping asses. I love that. I mean, you shouldn't do that. Don't do that. But I love that the judges and the court staff are lenient on that shit because, I mean, how could you not be? Like I said, my mother whooped my mother, uh, before she passed away, ended up working in law, and she loved working in law, and she held herself like a law woman would. Like, and I'm talking about like a court of law. I'm talking about like an attorney's office, not a jail or something. But like, she held herself in a very high manner, and she was very known in the community. And the town I grew up in was not too small, but still, it's on the smaller side. It's not LA, but it's still a town, and everybody knew her for being professional and sweet and kind. And you know so when she went to jail for whooping my biologicals, she jumped on him in a restaurant and beat the hell out of him when he got out of jail. When something like that happens, the judge was really lenient and let her out of jail. He used his own discretion to let her go. He said, listen, you broke dishes, so you need to pay for these dishes, but also you're free to go if you agree to pay for the dishes. And so she did. But it was the only time she ever went to jail. Thanks, Mom. You're a real one. She really was, though. Oh, man. She was freaking fire. I'm about to go get me something to eat. It is raining here. I got so much to do. I'm going to get me food. I'm going to shower. I'm also going to tan because I didn't get to this morning, even though my face is kind of burnt. It's not too hot outside. It's going to be rather cool tonight, so I'm grateful for that. It really sucks about this fucking job. I can't believe that they even put me in that position, honestly. It pisses me off. But, this is what I'm saying. Like, and the fact that I kept saying no, 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 and they kept, like, pressuring me, like, that's what I'm saying. It's fucked up. Like, if I wasn't headstrong, a lot of them girls ain't headstrong. And I'm not, no. Fuck no. You're not getting my fucking keys. And that's the thing. They kept saying that they're going to give them to the valet. Give them to the valet. It's one thing if they're going to the fucking manager's office in a fucking safe. I've done that before. I've locked my keys in the fucking club safe several times. Numerous fucking times. At several clubs. So, that's one thing. But to hand it to some random fucking valet that I'm not going to see for the next 7 hours, and y'all want me to rest easy? Fuck that. Hell no. Say what you want. Maybe I've been through too much shit to work here. Sorry. I don't trust people. I'm sorry. And you're not going to gaslight me into thinking that I'm crazy because I don't trust you motherfuckers. He was not charged. Yeah, the father, he wasn't, if that's what you're talking about. Thank you. Y'all too. I hope I have a good night. I really hate going into these places. I hate these people, but I mean, honestly, they were nice girls. Like I said, everybody was nice there. Don't get me wrong. The only problem I had was with that one lady that kind of, like I said, to come at me like that and ask me. I asked her twice if we could talk alone, and she says, yeah. And I'm following her from the bar into the dressing room, and I'm trying to talk to her, and I'm thinking she's gonna go to like I don't know, an office or maybe somewhere where we could talk. She goes right to the middle of the dance room. There's girls in there getting ready, and I didn't want to like tell these girls my fucking business. Like I said, they're gonna think that I'm fucking, I don't know, up to nefarious shit living out of a car. Like, like in them bitches' heads, they're like, there ain't somebody you can fuck for a place to stay. They're thinking that. Like, and I'm just like, I don't operate that way. Sorry, but she turns around after I said, I actually live out of my car. I said, and I have a lot of important things in there, that does not pertain to this job. I said, actually, it's my livelihood. I said, and I can't just hand over. I said, legally, I said, my insurance would never go for that. Like, what are y'all talking about right now? If something happened, my insurance company ain't gonna hear none of it. They're going to be like, what? You gave your keys to them, but you didn't tell them they could drive it? Why'd they drive it? We don't know what to do. We don't cover that. And you think the club is going to help fix it or do anything about it? Hell no. Hell no. They'll either fire me. They'll probably end up firing me. You know what I mean? Like, because that's just the way things fucking are. Like, I don't know, man. I ain't got time for that shit. I ain't got time to stress about it. They shouldn't have put me in that position. They literally shot themselves in the face. So, tomorrow's a new day. It's Sunday. I am cramping so fucking bad right now, and I'm so sorry to be vulgar, but I'm going to tell y'all right now, this rain, whoo, honey. And let me tell you something. If you're fucking young and you don't have no cramps and you don't ever feel bad and your period never bothers you, just wait for it, okay? Just wait for it. Them 30s is a whole nother that's a whole nother mountain, bitch. A whole nother mountain. You better be ready to hustle, because it is a fucking tough climb. Everything starts to hurt. Things get worse. I felt it coming on. I can usually feel which ovary is going to be feeling worse. That's sad that I know exactly where the ovary is. That feels that painful that I can point the ovary out. But normally I can feel which side the egg's going to drop from. And because that side will hurt more than the other. But I might be dropping two, because each side has been hurting consistently all morning. And matter of fact, my lower back will hurt all the way through and through to my front cervix. It hurts all the way through. And so here I am going to my first day of work. I look like a crime scene victim walking in. I thought I was so cute. I was all walking in. Hey, good morning. Good morning. I didn't even have a freaking shawl on. So it was this tank top and a short skirt that is tan that had a blood stain on the back, this fucking big. And I come marching, prancing, good morning, through the fucking club when the lights are on. They didn't even have the lights off yet. On my first fucking day. Wonderful. I've never had that happen. Ever. I thought it was sweat, bro. I've been sitting in the car doing my makeup. I gotta go. I love y'all. My life sucks. It's so fucking funny that. Oh, it's so funny. I've seen some stuff. We need to have like one of those videos one day. Like a discussion about some of the wretched shit that I've seen in strip clubs, because it is unbelievable. But I love you guys. If it's raining where you're at, be safe tonight. Or if it's snowing, be safe tonight. There's no telling. I love you guys. Keep your head up. Pray for me. I'm praying for you.